Welcome back once again, ladies and gentlemen. I'm one of your hosts, JB. Alongside me, Mark, for the three-peat. We are in the same clothes for the three-peat. Again, it's still Sunday. We just finished our brand new day talk. We just finished our X-Men casting talk. And now we're here to discuss Avatar Aang, The Last Airbender. That was the name of the movie, right? Avatar Aang, The Last Airbender.
Yes, yes.
Released. It got leaked months ago. Uh, so I'm sure a lot of people that saw it when it got leaked. I was not finna do that to my boy Aang.
Nah.
So we watched it on Paramount. It's on Paramount if anybody wants to watch it. Um, Dude, and just to preface, right? Because I've seen and recently as well, like 2 years ago, I watched the entirety of Avatar: The Last Airbender again. First time I watched it was when I was a kid. So, and now watching it as an adult, and I'm like, wow, like this shit hit even more. Like this shit even more now as an adult. And I thought
Yep.
it was incredible. And I still have to watch Korra, so that's on me. Mark has been telling me to get on Korra, The Legend of Korra. So that's next up.
Slacking, bro.
Um, but the
Slacking.
good
That's
thing
not
for
next up. He
me,
is not watching that shit,
oh, but
unfortunately.
of course, but the good thing for me is that this takes place after the events of the original series, right? Like this is canon to the original series. And this is what, 8 years after the events of the ending.
Um, yeah, yeah, I think it's canon. It should be canon. Um,
And there is a show,
but
there is another show coming out that's taking place after Korra, so it'll be about the new Avatar. So,
yes.
well, spoilers alert, for everyone. But yeah, man, the first thing I'll start off by saying on this movie is one of the things that didn't even cross my mind was how clean the animation was going to be, especially in comparison to like when the show. And again, that's not to
Of
say that the
course. Yeah.
show's animation wasn't clean, but again, that came out a while ago. So
Right.
it's been a while. So the anime, I was like, wow, this animation was so beautiful. It looked so good. And like, if there are any takeaways from it, it's that, right? But I actually really liked the story as well. Mark, let me ask you something, because one complaint that I have seen about it was a lot of people feel like Aang and Team Avatar were a bit nerfed. Do you find that to be the case?
Mm, I understand why they say that. I
I
just
think I
think
do too.
also that like Team Avatar did seem a little nerfed, but also you have to understand they don't. It's not like they've had a lot of experience fighting airbenders, like especially airbenders that are trying to actually hurt them, like kill them.
Yeah.
The only time Zuko's fought an airbender is Aang.
Yeah.
And Aang was never trying to kill nobody. Like, bro, like there's a different level of like think of if you just think about all the things that airbenders can do, he Aang actually nerfs himself.
And I was
He
I
could
was literally gonna
he
say
could
that.
yeah.
And sorry to cut you off, but I
No,
also
go
I
ahead.
also think it's, you know the Airbenders, obviously all got wiped out before Aang even was able to meet his full potential as an Airbender himself. So he himself was already stunted at such a young age from his own airbending capabilities. So then, right,
Right.
when he meets Taga and Taga's like, "Yo, do you even understand like the full effect
Hey,
of what airbenders like can do?" And he's like, "No, not really."
yeah, and so like that's what I mean. It's like he can't like I understand why people would say, "Oh, they're nerfed. They were losing so easily." Bro, they don't know what an actual master of this shit who's actually trying to kill you can do. Aang has never done that to anyone. And so I also feel like yeah, Aang probably spent some time like studying and doing some other things. Like he probably can do I mean not probably, he can if he really wanted to be like a as aggressive and strong as what's his name? Oh my god, I can't
Taga.
remember his name. Taga, yeah. But that's just not what he does. It's not who he is. Like this is before they became like legitimate monks. Like you know, like this is like very big, like one of the early
I
stages
mean,
of like
yeah,
what an
he look
airbender
how far
was.
back he had to go in the Avatar. Like
Exactly.
people didn't even know of what's her name, Sunam.
Sunan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
people
Sonam.
were like, I
Sonam.
have no idea, I have no idea who is that, who is that, who is that, and it's just like he had to go
Sonam.
real far back, bro.
Yeah. He had to go way far back. Like again, it's I loved the movie. Like, and I understand that, like, yeah, I have seen that critique. Like, yeah, they were a little nerfed. I just think there's explanations for that. Like, if you think about it a little bit more, you know, like,
I agree.
because it's not to say that
Even the
that team is
beginning,
washed. Like, if you saw them fighting against everybody else, washing them over. Like, Toph was just like, see ya, bye everyone. Like, it's
I am
that's
still
the
the best
level it
earthbender in
takes.
the world.
Right. Like that's the level it takes to beat them. It has to be a master from an element you barely fought before, and if ever, and they have to be trying to kill you.
Bro,
Like
can we speak
you're
on
yeah.
how ox Katara is as well? Like, like, yes, we did die, but because this world is so spiritually enhanced, I was able to bring everyone back to life. I'm like, okay, bro, you're goaded. Like,
Yeah.
you're
Like,
goaded. Like, she's a
dude.
cheat code. She is a cheat code. It's like, shit, you losing mad blood? No problem. No
Yeah.
problem. You
Dude,
know, like,
she and again, it just shows you like there are levels to this, man. Like and I was recently rewatching. I actually started to rewatch the OG again, right? The OG animated series, and like, man, just the growth that they had, like, it's just nuts. Um, I will say this though, I love the movie. I I just hope now that they leave it. Uh, don't do the. You don't need to do any more with these characters.
no
You know, like
encore?
with the what?
No encore?
No, no encore. No encore at all. I think we're good. Don't touch these characters again unless it's like, you know, like a flashback in a early, like in another Avatar show, and you see like a, you know, like he or she is talking to Aang or something, or um yeah. You don't need to do this
Yeah.
anymore,
I
in
mean,
my opinion. I think this
I
is the perfect cap. I think it should have been in theaters. I'm so
oh, I forgot
like
about that. Yeah. It was
obviously it's
supposed to be.
disappointing. Yeah, it was supposed to be right, and and people can, like, I know the hackers like leaked the whole thing, but I think it was decided it was going to be on streaming before that even happened.
It was. Yep.
You know, yeah, and it's just sad. Like, bro, like you should have just put this in the theaters, man. Like, obviously, maybe not right now, because of Brand New Day and Odyssey, but this was such a great movie and it deserved to be seen in a theater, man. Like, it was so
Yeah.
awesome.
I was gonna
Yeah.
ask you, do you? Because guys, we have again, we're live every Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard. We have other hosts. You know, Ariel, Avatar
Mhm.
was after his adolescence phase. So he didn't really get
Maybe
into it
both.
like that. But Mark, do you think that he would have enjoyed this movie to a certain extent? Because I think they do a good job, even if you haven't seen the original series, of kind of just familiarizing you with how each one of them knows each other and what they accomplished in the original series. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I think so. Do I think he would have liked it? I don't think so, if I'm being honest. Um, but that's not because the movie's not great. I think it's just I know I have a pretty good idea of what he likes and values, and I just in movies and storylines that he doesn't like, and I just don't think he would like this storyline particularly. Um, I think he should give it a try, but I'm not sure if he would like it, if I'm being honest. Um, but if you haven't seen, but like I guess maybe if your point of your question was like if you haven't seen the show, should you go watch this? I say yes, because I think it's a great like hour and a half intro of like if you want to like get into this world, and maybe if you just want to understand what happens, and then go to Korra, you know, and then go to the next Avatar, or if you want to go back to the beginning and watch everything, you can do that, and I think this movie is honestly probably a really good like intro into the universe.
Yeah, I
Honestly,
think it's a great first project for Avatar Studios, and
yes,
what they
great.
plan now to release more with this animated stuff. I agree to your point, right? I like that. I like that we get at least get a story of, them uh just preserving peace around
Yes.
their the all of the tribes of everyone, right? The whole nation. It's like, yo, we're gonna live as one. And I'm glad that we got some form of conflict with the what were they called, the deniers or the
Mhm.
defiers, like
Yeah, yeah. I think it's the
the
deniers.
deniers, right? Like, so I like that we got a group that's like, nah, like fuck that, like this,
Oh, the denied.
the
Sorry, the
denied, right?
denied.
The denied. And I think a lot of people, when I saw complaining, was like, yo, they kind of learned how to like airbend mad quick after like they got their powers. Aang did say in the beginning though, he was like, yo, they are like skilled, like they're not some
Oh yeah.
bozos, like they like they were obviously to your point, he's not going full strength, he's literally like, I don't want to hurt you, so
Yeah,
um
and they were trying to find this, like, they were probably studying all this, like, the whole culture and, like, where because
yeah,
they were trying to find the staff.
right,
So, it doesn't surprise me that they were, you know, good enough to at least fight a little bit afterwards because they had a lot of fighting experience. They probably were studying all this stuff. Again, it's like stuff that you probably don't need to have explained. It's sad that like I feel like people are like, "Whoa, why are they fighting so good?" So it's like, do you need them to spell everything out? Can you
yeah.
like
Yeah,
think about it for a second?
and again, I think people also what I think gets misconstrued a lot in terms of, oh, cuz another thing again, they're like, yo, why was he climbing like the mountain? Like, he is the Avatar. He could literally just like, I'm like, you guys miss the point sometimes of using your full power. Like, that shit wipes you out. Like, that shit is not, and again, like, you need a
This
lot
is
to
one of the
access
highest
it.
mountains. This is yeah, it's one of the highest mountains in the world. You know how windy it probably gets? Like, dude, using airbending can only do so much. Like, you can't just fly right up, regardless of the wind coming around you. Like, all this shit. Like, again, it's just like you also have to take into account this kind of stuff. I mean,
Right. And then they were like, oh, because when he had saved Taga, who was voiced by Batista,
yeah,
by the way, who did a great job. The
great
voice
job,
cast, I think,
great
as a
job.
whole did very
Yeah,
good.
Steve Young as Zuko.
Yeah, our boy Invincible. Um, but I think it was something where, like, when he had saved him, he was carrying him and, like, doing all this shit, and people were like, yo, like, but he's the Avatar. I'm like, bruh, like, okay, the Avatar still has to face challenges. Like, he can't control everything. Like, what do you
Yeah,
mean? He's carrying a full fucking weighted dude on his back and like trying to navigate through falling rocks. Like, come on now.
it's
It,
nuts.
it's crazy. I'm just like, yo, y'all really just wanted to like nitpick this to nitpick it. And again, I
They try to
understand
use the app they want them to use the avatar state as, like, a cheat code, like, to get
exactly.
out of every little thing. It's like, bro, like, he's probably like, "Yo, I don't need this right now. I'll be fine. I'll figure it out." Like, because it's also people forget this, it's super risky to enter the avatar state willy-nilly,
Right.
because if you die in that, the avatar cycle is done.
Yeah.
It's over.
Right. Right.
So, it's like that he also has that, like, again, let's think about it for a second. If I
Right.
was the avatar, I wouldn't be using it willy-nilly, I wouldn't be being like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna
Yeah.
use it now because I'm a little bit stressed,
Yeah.
so I'm just gonna
Right.
turn it on now so then I
Right.
can get out of this easily." It's
Yeah.
like, bro,
And then with
holy
Katara,
shit.
they're like, why doesn't she just like bloodbend? I'm like, bro, like, again, it takes a lot for her to bloodbend. Also, like, she needs to manipulate her mind to a certain way as well, and that's not something that she really wants to be doing. Again, unless it's to save somebody's life,
And she
but to
also needs a
use it.
full moon. Let's
Oh,
not forget.
there you
She
go.
also needs a full moon to bloodbend.
There you go. There,
Like,
point
again,
blank done.
like, these are people that probably never watched the show, It's like, I guess, but it's just annoying, man. It's really annoying.
Yeah, it is. But again, I think showing a story, that takes place 8 years after, and kind of seeing, and even again his whole arc, right? Of wow, like I am the last of my people. And like, yes, we've united the world, but my people aren't in it. It's just me. I thought I was like, damn, that's so. And again, to your point, I feel like this film, in a way, I don't want to say it was necessary. Like, we probably could have gone without it, and everything would have been. Everyone would like, yo, the original Avatar is amazing, and nothing has changed. But I think it's a really cool addition to the lore because, again, like, it shows his vulnerability of like, damn, like I've lost my people. I then go on this journey. I find another airbender, like one of the OG airbenders. And
Yeah.
unfortunately, like, he comes from a world where no, we can't be united. Like, this is bullshit. The earthbenders like wiped us out. So yeah, it always seemed like it was the airbenders that kept getting, fucking violated. And I love at the end when he like powers up, like levels up, even in his with the staff and in the avatar
Yeah.
state. I love that it didn't take like Katara interrupting him, or it didn't take someone interrupting him for
Yes.
him to not do
Kill
what he
him.
did, right? To kill him. It was him remembering himself being amongst his people. And that just wasn't who his people were. Like, they're not violent
Yep.
people. And I'm like, fire. I'm like, fire. He's like,
Yato,
nah, like
yeah,
that's
mirroring
not
everybody
who we
being like,
are,
yeah.
bro.
Yeah, again, perfect. Like perfect ending. I was a little worried that Katara was going to step in. I was like, come on, he doesn't need to do that. She doesn't need to do that. And but then I was happy. Like again, they cooked, man. They cooked. It definitely got me more excited like than I already was for the new Avatar show dropping in October.
Yeah, especially with this animation,
Um,
bro.
especially with the animation. Obviously, I'm not expecting it to look like this because when they first started doing this, they were anticipating movies. I don't think every single episode of this show is going to look exactly like how this movie did.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I do think it'll be good, obviously, but I just don't think it'll be like that. I'm hype, man. I'm hype. I can't wait to see that. I'm currently rewatching the OG animated. Probably going to rewatch Core after. Man, it's like if you're and again, if you're not into Avatar right now and you're looking for something to get you into it or you want to try, this movie actually might be good for you, but it might be a little spoilery if you but I mean, if you don't want to go back and watch if you don't want to go back and watch the OGs for whatever reason, then yeah, I would say watch this movie. And then if you want, you can go back and decide.
Yeah.
But going forward, it should still hype you up for the next saga, which is Korra, and then the one after that, which is I forgot the name of it already, but yeah.
What are you rating it, bro?
Um, probably Seven Heavens. That's what it's called. Avatar Seven Heavens.
Mm.
But I'm probably rating it. Man, it's kind of tough actually. It's between Heat and Wavy.
I'm gonna give
I
it a
might I
heat.
might go. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go Heat as well. Like, I loved it. I would have, but it just felt like one little thing was missing.
I agree.
Um, and I can't really tell you what it was. But it just felt like something. We're missing a little something.
Yeah. Again,
Um,
nice
but again,
addition, but what
amazing,
wasn't
great addition,
anything. And
genre defining, or
exact, and,
yeah,
and
like
and I think it's also because, like, right, they there's only so much they can do because to not fuck up the OG and to not fuck up Korra and to not fuck up
right.
other shows.
It's a fine line to
It
cross
was a
for
nice
sure.
contained story. It was a nice
Yes,
contained story that took us, that showed us them actually bringing peace to the world, and they had to go on this other journey to stop another world shattering event. Amazing. I'm
absolutely.
no complaints from it. Like,
No,
yeah,
no, it was awesome.
guys, let us know what you thought in the comments below. We are live every Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Come through and chill.